You curious cats, thanks for tuning in. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, share with people that might find some value in this, and help me to grow this channel. I really want to create a community where we can come together and we can help each other rise up in these times. I think it's super critical. The governments are mandating that we all stay home. They're telling us we can't run our businesses, and they're disempowering everyone, and they're getting us all used to this socialism where they give us breadcrumbs. They feed us, $1,200 checks to kind of keep us from rioting or rising up against this. But meanwhile, they're crashing the economy, they're destroying our businesses, and they're destroying our radical self-reliance. So we have to make an extra effort to rise up during these times and create resilience and community, because the governments aren't going to be there for us when all this fails, as a lot of you are probably realizing. So the more we can come together, create community, empower ourselves, and create more abundance and strength in our own lives, the better we will be moving forward as all these systems and governments start to fail, because they are bankrupt. They've been stealing our money, but they backdoor it. They give it to all their buddies that have businesses. So they take our tax dollars and then they slip it out in the form of contracts that they award to their, family, friends, and that kind of stuff. And the governments are carrying massive debt. So as we go into these crisis situations, the governments are really vulnerable as well. And we're going to realize they don't have the funds or the resources to help us, and they're basically going to fall flat on their face, and it's going to be up to us to do what we can to move forward. So the best thing we can do is strengthen ourselves, become really sure in our own bodies. We, get strong, work out, learn about diet, whatever you can do that's within your power. If you're being ordered to stay home, then, start lifting weights, learn about diet, experiment with your cooking, really reach out to your social networks, grow your social networks, that kind of stuff. Do whatever you can. Don't sit around feeling disempowered and playing the victim. And that's exactly what they want. They want you sitting around, giving up your business, watching Netflix. It's those of us that are going to make that extra effort to rise up during this time that are going to come out of this far ahead. Most people are just sitting around eating sugar, eating unhealthy food, watching Netflix. Some people are baking bread, all full of sugar, all that. They're increasing their risk of cancer, of catching disease by having these really unhealthy diets, not being active, giving up their businesses, becoming reliant on the governments, all that kind of stuff. This channel is all about taking matters into our own hands and rising up, doing whatever we can. So continuing to grow your business, get a side hustle, do whatever you can to keep making money so you have the resources to support yourself and your family. If you're not able to work, maybe get some chickens, start a garden, do whatever you can, grow your community, start networking on social, on the internet, and that kind of stuff. Do whatever you can, whatever is within our abilities. And it's a crazy time. I think people are going to start seeing that the government is actually just a criminal organization, and that they aren't there to protect us. They are a bunch of wealthy families that claim leadership and power over us, and they have us believing that we need them. We need them to build the roads. We need them for the medical, blah, blah, blah. But you'll see moving forward, all these social services and whatnot will actually start falling apart, as we're already seeing. They put a minimal input to kind of limp these systems along and to have the illusion that all our tax money is going to it. But meanwhile, they're stealing the tax money. They're backdooring it to their rich families that already have all this money. And they put minimal percentages of that tax money to these social programs. So we have the illusion that they're actually helping us out. And they have all these people that are pushing for socialism because they're in a desperate situation, and the only thing they have is to resort to the government's coming to help them. Well, I'm sorry, they want us reliant on them, but they're not going to help us. They'll give us the very minimum they can, and they backdoor all the rest of the money. So it's really important that we create our own social networks and we strengthen ourselves. A lot of what I talk about is stuff that is going to empower you. So diet, health, fitness, staying in shape, building community, and learning about finance. That's why Bitcoin is so interesting. You're going to see Bitcoin's going to skyrocket in price over the next coming year or two, and it's just an example of how we have to take matters into our own hand. We have to learn about wealth creation, and we have to learn how to preserve and create our own wealth, because the government, if we put all our faith in the governments, you're going to be reliant on these little handouts that they give you. $1,200 is going to be nothing moving forward when we hit this inflation. So they're giving you the illusion that they're here to help you by giving you these stimulus checks, but it really, in the grand scheme of things, it's peanuts. It's really nothing. So don't let them disempower you. We need to come together, build our networks, and all these things, like I'm saying, grow your wealth, and get strong. Find truth, find sobriety, find ways to become really sure of yourself, because in these times, everyone's so, they check out. Everyone's drinking, they're smoking weed, they're taking antidepressants, all the easy routes to deal with trying times. So those of us that are going to come out ahead are doing the healthy things. We're finding health through our diet and through fitness, through cardio, through lifting weights, through building. We're building community. We're growing our business anyways. All these things. We're not sitting around watching Netflix and eating sugar. That's not the way to come out of this ahead. So I feel right now the masses are really the majority of people are disempowered, and they're sitting around and they're twiddling their thumbs. And it's going to be that much easier for those of us that are actually willing to put in the effort to come ahead. So to get ahead. So this is a really great time for those that are willing to put in the extra effort. I think we're all going to come out of this ahead, because everyone else is just sitting around and they're not doing what they can. So with that being said, I'm going to leave it at that. Please, I always love your comments. I like your input and things we can talk about moving forward. So I hope you guys are all staying strong and healthy in your lives and doing whatever you can, whatever's within your ability to keep creating resilience, strength, health, wealth, abundance, all those community, all those lovely things. And, those of us that do that are going to come out of this ahead, and we're going to stay healthy, and we're going to rise up. With that being said, have a fantastic day. Love you guys. Thank you so much. I welcome all my new subscribers. I know it's a small channel so far, but I appreciate every one of you, and hopefully this channel grows moving forward. Have a fantastic day.